women have been relegated, but I feel our policies needs to be adjusted, bring more women in, so that they can bring in another dimension, because agriculture is dynamic.
Yeah.
Agriculture is dynamic.
Yeah.
It's not something that is moving in one way. Gone are those days when people feel agriculture is just about whole cutlass and then the soil. But now we can grow crops without the soil. We can have large expanse of land, and within few minutes we can carry out activities on that land with the use of drones. So technologies have come in, and women are always at the forefront of these things, grabbing initiatives and then taking advantage of them. So if our policies can be adjusted, bring more women in, I feel it is going to do a lot. Because I have a friend who is also a partner with us at Smart Family. She's from Zambia, Elizabeth, and she's doing a very, very good work. She's doing a very good work, and I think this can also go for the women as well, to also, like those who are already out there doing it. There needs to be this transfer of baton. Pick those who are like you,
Yeah.
and then start bringing them up, start training them up. She does this work and learn kind of activity whereby she brings you in, you learn for free, but then you are working for her. At the end of the day, you discover that you have learned, and then once it's time for you to leave, she settles you, you go, and she also extends some services to you. So that way, she's also expanding and creating more people like her. And given time, given the right policies, given the right resources, and given the right environment to thrive, she will be able to do more. So I feel if we can have such steps, I think it's going to go in the right way to help.
Thank you so much. That's actually, you brought a whole lot to the conversation. That's actually like another dimension to this conversation, that we need to be given the right environment to thrive. I imagine your neighbor you talked about that has just female and decided that, because they are girls, they are not going anywhere, they are not supposed to. My dad gave birth to all 5 of us female, and I just, as you were talking, I was like, hey, just imagine that my dad was like this person and decided that, you're not going to school or you're not going anywhere. Where would that be by now? So it's really a huge problem. It's a challenge here in Africa, where women are seen as, you really do not have anything to offer, so stay there, or just be there while I let my guys go higher and higher. That's actually like a very big issue. And in the scheme of things, in the scheme of activities, women are sharper, are smarter, whether we like it or we don't like it. They are smarter.
If you notice now, there has actually been what I call it, the transfer of responsibilities now. Women are now being more interested in agriculture.
Taking responsibilities.
Yes, I'm also in the academic space, so majority of my students, you discover that probably in a class of 50, you get females breaking up to 35 or so in the class, and they are doing well. And when you engage them in discussions, you discover that they have these productive discussions. So the tide is changing gradually. It's changing gradually. Men are now getting into other endeavors, and women are now coming more into agriculture. Yes, they are now getting more interested, and I think the government can take advantage of this.
Yes.
It's just like saying a child is hungry, and then you give the child what he wants to eat. Not like saying a child is hungry, he wants to eat, and then you tell the child, go inside the room and go and sleep, or you starve the child of food. A lot of things would go wrong with that child. So if you discover that women are now becoming more interested, more and more agitated, they want to get into this agriculture of a thing, they actually want to do it, why not give them the opportunity? Why not give them that platform? Oh yeah, you said you can do this thing, fine, let's see what you can offer.
Oh yeah, just from what Lambert said, what do you think? Now let us do imagination. Let's imagine that, women are given all the priorities given to men in time past. Women are given all the necessary supports and everything that they need to thrive in agri space. What do you think? What do you think our world would be like? Let's just imagine for a few seconds or minutes. Let's imagine.
You could tell now from the impact of a woman in a child's life.
It's as simple as that. To see that women are actually very impactful. Like if a woman is not present in the life of a child, you would know.
Definitely.
You would know from the
The
behavior of
difference
that
is
child.
very
So
clear.
let's now tell our government now that okay, yeah, bring these opportunities, bring it to us and see how we transform
Bring it on.
how we transform the agri landscape. Now we're going to do
I
like
mean, not to belittle anybody, not to them, but I mean, men are the most ones in agriculture now, and we are still suffering from food
do
insecurity.
you understand?
But, you know,
Do you understand?
Just
Let's
imagine if women
try
are now
women.
just
Try women.
Give us that chance.
And
Give us that
another
chance.
important aspect, yes, it's not just on the production aspect as well. Because if you look at food security in its entirety, an aspect you need to also focus on is marketing aspect,
Yeah.
where you have to sell out.
Yeah.
And you discover that in terms of marketing, women tend to have that natural
We are
appeal
multi, you know.
if a woman
We are small
comes to
girls.
Now I'm feeling like I'm a proud woman right now.
if a woman wants to sell, you feel, first of all, there's that emotion
Yeah.
that you want to help
The
her.
passion.
Yeah, you want to help her. And then she now presents it in such a way that you are much convinced that whatever she's giving you is the best.
Yes.
So, you want to go the extra mile, let me support her. So imagine a woman that was giving land to farm. Imagine a woman that was giving access to credit facilities, and after production and everything, imagine a woman that has always also been empowered to sell her product. We can achieve a lot, and agri is going to help us to reach to the ends of the world, because in Africa, women produce like 3/4 or 4 of food. Yes, that's how important women are. Because if you look at it, now let's go back a little bit to the land rights issue. If you discover we have a lot of widows these days, so to speak, and the men are not there, and we discover that these women are still being denied access to this land that belongs to their husbands. Okay, let's imagine in the case of this woman that does not have a male child, if the husband passes away, what happens to the land? It means they have nothing to fall back to. Yeah, so that's what we are saying. Women need to be brought into this thing, and I tell you, I'm not praising women 100%.
You are praising
I'm
us. Please let us enjoy the moment, please. Happy.
I'm using this opportunity also to call on the government, yes, to also do more for women. We sincerely appreciate what the government has been doing over the years for women, but it's time to do more. It's time to invest more in women.
Yes.
It's time to give her more opportunities. It's time to somebody says when you train a male child, you train a man. But when you train a woman, you train a nation.
That's correct, right?
When you invest in the woman to produce more food, then you should be very well assured that you're not going to sleep hungry. Definitely, because a woman can tell you the food that is safe, first of all, because it's not just okay to just say we are producing food, but we should be producing what is safe, that can be able to keep us well, that can be able to sustain us for a very long time. So if we can be able to actually empower the woman can produce more food that will feed her, and food insecurity will be a thing of the past.
The thing is, we're often also dwelling so much on agriculture that the nutrition aspect of it, we're even leaving it behind. If you check the nutrition landscape as well, it's women that are there. But then we're undermining the power of women in all of these things, and that's why we're still food insecure in the nation, because we look at women and be like, this one, the thing is, we really need to even change our mindset first as a nation.
Definitely.
We need to change our mindsets to see that women are also human beings that God has created to make impact.
Yes.
That's one thing we need to even know first, so that when you see a woman, this is beyond just the government. Even an ordinary citizen, another man sees a woman and be like, so what are you doing? A woman doing this thing? A woman, like they see a woman in a class of just men, and then they are like, hey, what are you doing here? Only a woman. And before you know, they start, whatever, they start bringing it into it. And so beyond just government or policy or whatever, we also as citizens, we need to understand that we need to start taking ourselves as though we can all make impact when we are ready, or if we are ready to make impact. It doesn't have to be a man making the impact. It doesn't have to be a woman making. Anybody that's willing should make impact. And then when you look at the nutrition landscape, there are a lot of women doing mighty great things there.
Women are at the forefront.
There are a lot of women. In fact, when you want to do home economics, there are a lot of women doing a whole lot of things there and all that. Now, the agric value chain is not just production alone. It's not farming alone. In quote, you just talked about marketing. There is the packaging. There is the processing. Do you understand? There are a lot of stuff as it has to do with the value chain. But then, most times, we're all about the farming. And the farming said we're not even giving so much to women as it has to do with the farming. We see that most time a woman is running a subsistence, whatever, in their backyard. Then let's even use Yano as an example. Let's even say, government decided that let's empower this young lady, and then she does better, and then have a bigger farm and all of that. Imagine the number of employment she'll be creating with that.
Yes.
Imagine the number of employment she'll be creating with that. Imagine the number of people that will be fed with all the things that she's doing. Imagine the reduction or the increase in food security and that what we've been talking about and all that. Because we need to start investing on people that are ready beyond just people that it's like we're forcing men to come and do agriculture, and then they are not ready to do it, and then the people that are ready were saying no, because you're a woman, we cannot give you land, you cannot own a land. This right to ownership of land